Folks, welcome back to the Cincinnati Razorback Room and here we go again on the Rulebook. This will be episode number 5, and I'm glad to see you once again. Hey, by the way, as we get started, let me get this out of the way real quick so I don't have to do it in the end. Please subscribe to our channel and like this video. It helps us a lot. We really appreciate you. We're liking to get it up to a lot of subscribers. More and more, then that helps us out. Then we can run some Facebook Live stuff to you, as well as YouTube Live. So that's out of the way. This episode right here, let me shrink myself down to my normal size here. Get out of the picture like I'm supposed to. Bring up our copy of the rule book right there. And we're going to deal this time with manager cards. And we're going to briefly talk about the 3 levels of play, but we're going to talk about mainly today manager cards. So let's get right into it. If you're going to play Star Power Baseball at the high level, and that's going to be in the advanced game, you can't do it without a manager. Okay? If you want to use strategy cards, and if you want to use your replay challenges, you must have a manager. If you're playing the points values for Star Power Baseball, which I know many of you do, and I personally love that aspect of the game, if you're going to use the points value for Star Power Baseball, you can see that the manager has a point value also. He does. So you'll be able to use that points value for your manager. A 9-point manager means that he's a Hall of Famer. He gets 2 challenges and 3 coaches. And we'll get into that a little bit later on as we get into what the levels of play are and what the manager cards do. Just remember this about the manager card. If you want to play the advanced game, if you want to sacrifice bunt, if you want to hit and run or steal bases or throw the ball in from the outfield, if you want to make an instant replay challenge, if you want to question calls like that, you must use the manager cards. Okay? We do keep the prices on them very, very reasonable. I want to say that they're like $2 a set. You get 6 cards. It's really a good buy. And I think I've got like 20 sets of them available. So we have managers from all eras. They range from 1 point to 9 points. So a manager's not free. So that's going to cost you on your game, but not much. Okay, that's the intro to the manager cards. And as you can see on the manager card, it does have his name, what he can do. And then on the back of the manager card, it will have some information about that manager. While I'm doing it, let's just pull up a manager card very quickly here. Go here, go here, pow, 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 pow. Go to right here, go to managers. Let's just go to set 6. There's the front of the cards. Here's the back of the Rude Foster card that we were just looking at a second ago. There's the back of his card, okay? There's the front right there, and there's the back of that card. It tells you his wins, losses, if he has postseason, how many pennants he won, World Series titles, the years that he managed them. We put the teams that he managed on there also, just for your benefit. Okay, that does it for manager cards. Now let's quickly go back into the rest of page 14 here, and the rest of page 14 is very, very simple, and it's going to deal with the 3 basic levels of play. Let me fix something on this thing real quick here. Okay, that takes care of that, gets that echo out of there. There's 3 basic levels of play for Star Power Baseball. It says it right there. There are 3 levels of play for Star Power Baseball. The quick game, the basic game, and the advanced game. I tell people this all the time, and I talk to people on almost a daily basis on Star Power Baseball because I get a lot of questions. Basic Star Power Baseball is so simple that a game will take you between 20 and 40 minutes to play, and all it is spin the pitcher, spin the batter. There's no strategy involved. There's no respinning involved. There's just spin the pitcher, spin the batter. That simple. Take the results, and we'll show you the key to that once we get into each game individually in future episode. Okay? The basic game steps you up one level to where now you've learned what the numbers are, you've learned what the letters mean, you're ready for the basic game. And then that takes you into a few things like respins and what they give you, and a little bit more in-depth play, but not a lot, but it does introduce the respin to you. And then, of course, you have the advanced game. And the advanced game, and this is what I tell people all the time, how far down the rabbit hole do you want to go? Because if it can be done on a baseball field, we have either figured a way to do it, or we're working on a way to do it. If you know of a situation that you've seen in a baseball game and you'd like to see it introduced into Star Power Baseball, all you got to do is let us know by email or by a phone call. That's all it takes. So those are your 3 levels of play. You have your quick game, your basic game, and your advanced game. Each one uses the player cards. You may or may not use strategy cards. We, the designers of the game, would really like you to play the quick game until you become familiar with the results section of the card. It would be so much better for you to, when you start seeing that a 5 is a triple and not a 5, and when you start seeing that an H is spin the batter maybe twice, when you start seeing that instead of the spaces with designated numbers and letters, and they become more of a live game to you, then you're ready to move on. Okay? Once you do that, then we're ready to go. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Star Power Baseball. Keep us in mind, keep spinning those games, and remember, let me get back up here and get big, because I got to go big. From the Cincinnati Razorback Room, you can email me at warhammerworld@hotmail.com. I'm Dennis, your host of Star Power Baseball. Keep spinning those games, because remember, dice are nice, but the spin is in. See you next time on Star Power Baseball.